fully working, and I brought it here and it stopped working. But let's see. It false triggers the sensors periodically, and you have to reset it until it stops. But and also derails like that.
This is still like one of the coolest projects I've ever seen in this class.
Actually,
Smash. Have you ever played it on the Switch or the Wii or the GameCube? We got two characters, Mario and Luigi. They can move around, jump around. The display is a little weird on this. We've never seen, like, we have this like little purple afterimage. We're not sure what that's about. That must be because of this. But yeah, basically they move around. They got 4 moves, which is like left run, right run. Yeah, obviously they can jump parabolically, and then they have a punch move as well, each of them. And then, do you wanna?
yeah, it's like almost 100% hardware. The only thing in software we have is the keyboard, and yeah. So we also have a scorekeeping thing at the top, so you'll see your health bar progressively get more red until you eventually lose and get thrown off the screen. So we can play a demo game, but then if some of you guys want to come up and play, feel free. So you want to play one?
Yep.
For those who are coming up, we have AWSD and G are the controls for Mario. G is to punch, AWSD is to move. You don't really use S. And it's the arrow keys for Luigi and the 0 on the numpad for the punch. So, you trying to lose?
We'll see.
Who's a better player so far?
That's a good question.
Looks like you guys are fist bumping each other.
Is that a tie?
Yeah, so feel free if any of you guys want to come play it. That's the first time we've ever tied. That's Someone wants to come play? Feel free.
Hopefully, I will bring it up as we go, and then we will see. There we go. There we are. So this works, and we'll see. Why don't we bring up the volume just a little more?
Let's have some blank paper. If people want to vote for like top projects, just write the name.
There we go. That's a reasonable volume. All right, and then the way this keyboard works is each of these sort of things, it's an inductor, it's literally printed on the circuit board, right? And so it's connected into what's called a tank oscillator, basically an inductor capacitor oscillator. And so then this FPGA, what it does is it switches between each of these coils and figures out how what the frequency of that oscillator is with each of these coils plugged in. And if, for example, I take a piece of metal and I put it near one of the coils, and I thought this was an interesting way to demo it, right? It can tell that I'm pressing down the key. And not only can it tell if I'm pressing down the key, it can tell how hard I'm pressing down the key. And I can change the timbre of the sound. I can change the octave actually first. Why don't I do that? And then I can change. Come on. Also change the attack of the sound, right? So if I do this, then you can hear how it's much more staccato, right? Versus it's more legato now, right? So yeah, that's the project. And it's, I don't know, it's fun to play around with. If anybody wants to play around with it. Yeah, but yeah, that's the project.
Because in a regular synthesizer, you create voltages and they generate waveforms to produce sound. Our synthesizer is different in the sense that we actually read sound samples from an SD card instead. And how our thing is currently configured, you can actually load up to 17 sounds and you can switch between them, sound 0 through 16. And we also have like 2 different modes. We have a synth mode where you can actually change settings and make things play differently. Or we have a sample mode just if you, in case you just want to hear the sound and what it sounds like.
Yeah. So just to like demo like what this thing sounds like, we've got like a bank of presets that we'll show off, but just like initially, this is like some wind chimes that we've got in here. And it's kind of just, it's gonna just infinitely loop through like this sample. You can also play it on this keyboard and drop E. We've also got some octave control. I really like to drop the octave just all the way down and listen to it kind of. But anyway, yeah, so we'll just get into some of the parameters you can control with this thing. So
Alright, yeah.
I'll start off with the position spray.
Yeah, so position and spray is basically like when you play a grain, which is like, a grain is like a sample of the sound. The position modifies where it starts. So like if you set it really high, you can set the position towards the end. And if you set it super low, you can set it like kind of towards the beginning, depending on what you want to do. And spray is kind of a randomization of that value. So if you set the spray value really high, each grain that's being played can be like, can start like really early or can start really end, like really far. Like it kind of has like a randomization.
Can you demo those?
Yeah.
Oh,
let me demo that.
Actually, yeah. Let's just use our thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
So let me show you the original sound, like what this thing sounds like initially. I'm gonna set it into sample mode, so it just plays the sample from start to finish. Oh, bring the octave up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That's a sound very familiar to me.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So what does that sound like real slow?
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see here.
It just sounds like
There we go.
it's cursed.
Lit.
I'm impressed.
All right. Anyway, so position. Let me bring that
Your call has been forwarded to your call
You
has
can
been forwarded
currently, like,
to
hear
an
it
automatic
starting from the
call has been
beginning,
forwarded
but if
to
I
an
bring up
automatic
the
call has
position-
been forwarded to an automatic 2, 3, 4.
It started
now
off
starting
like
at
so.
2.
3, 4, 5.
I can also bring up the spray, and that'll increase some randomization in where it starts from.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
So
so it
it's
sounds
starting
like
at different
kind of
numbers.
normal right now,
Yeah.
but let me get into the next setting, which is the density and the randomization. So the way we've got it configured, as long as a note is being held down, grains will be triggered automatically based on a frequency set by the density setting. So when the density is all the way at 0, it plays, pretty slowly. But if I bring the density up, you can hear it start to play a lot quicker. So here's what it is right now, and I'll
1,
just
2,
slowly increase
3,
it.
4, 5, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 4, 4, 0.
I can also randomize the density, and what that'll do is it'll introduce like it'll make it slow down and then speed up. Let me find a good setting for this. 0, 0.
4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 4, 4, 3.
Yeah. So we're already starting to get pretty glitchy. The next setting is length.
Yeah, so length just like controls how long the grains are actually being played for. So if you set it to the max value, it'd be 1.5 seconds, and if you set it like very low, it'd be like 50 milliseconds, which is like basically instant. Yeah, so you could go ahead and
Yeah. And you can also randomize this because of
you
course.
can also run.
So this is like the final sound that you get.
3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2.
Oh yeah, and you can reverse it too. Just because
2,
that's
2,
cool.
2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4.
It has a little like a distortion to it when you flip it.
But yeah, so that was kind of a very like glitchy example, but you can make a lot of different timbres out of this. So
Show them.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We've also got an arpeggiator in this. So it's a monophonic synthesizer, but when you introduce arpeggiator, you can like hold down notes. And I'll just go with like a simple square wave sound to demonstrate this. It's kind of, it's a little glitchy, but yeah, that's our arpeggiator. Anyway, let me show off some cool presets so you can guys actually like see that this thing is sick. That did not sound confident, but. Have any of you guys played Earthbound? I really hope some of you heard about it. None of you guys? That's disappointing. Because this is a sound that I recreated from the Earthbound soundtrack. So, I don't know. If you guys have some culture, you'll recognize it.
You're a SoundCloud producer too.
No, I'm not.
Are you gonna drop your SoundCloud?
No. Anyway, yeah. So. Oh, I said to the wrong sound. I bet sound 6. I don't know if any of you guys recognize that. Sounded cool, but I'll show you guys a more like conventional patch that I made. This is kind of like an analog bass sound that I sampled from a movie soundtrack that you can play some pretty cool stuff with. This is actually just a pretty fun synthesizer to just like get your hands on and play. So if any of you guys want to after the demo, I'm more than.
You forgot to show them your recital.
Oh yeah, love that.
Good, come on, you practice, man. You gotta show it,
All right, in a minute.
Don't rush me. All right.
Okay. Sound 3. Oh, I set the wrong setting. My bad. Sometimes there can be some re-triggering issues with the buttons with it as well. Sound 3. Sound 1. Yeah, but also just like just to show kind of like the capabilities of the like keyboard itself with playing stuff, I'll just like play like a small little piece that my partner really wanted me to play. I mean, yeah, like it's pretty, it's like that good range. But anyway, yeah, like I think I'll cut it off there. Oh,
Yeah.
But like we got a whole like user manual.
I got
Mess around.
I got one more thing though.
Oh, okay. Alright, okay.
Pink square is actually just used to debug, to make sure that we're reading and drawing correctly.
Yeah.
We'll recognize the tree there, it's great.
Oh, it does this sometimes.
I think it's because we don't have the USB-C power, so we actually went over the power limit, so we have to plug in the USB-C for extra power, which is why it flickers.
Here you go. Oh yeah. This also needs power.
Yeah, it's probably very power intensive anyway.
It doesn't like you going over like about like 1 watt.
Yeah.
And it actually runs really fast too. So I think it runs like at least like 30 frames per second. I didn't do any like precise calculations, but it does run pretty like darn fast.
Okay, so I'm restarting Vitis right now because whenever I turn off the FPGA, I have to do that. It's a completely original rendering architecture. The correct way to do this on an FPGA is to use something called an edgewalker FSM. That's not what I did. I basically, the way that you sort of like the simplest possible rasterizer, you compute what's called an edge function for every edge in the polygon that you want to draw. Because it's Minecraft or the voxel renderer, and we're only drawing quadrilaterals, we need to compute 4 edge functions instead of 3. And I'm basically computing an entire row of pixels on the screen. I'm computing the edge function for every pixel in combination with logic. And the hardware that does that is running at 20 megahertz. I couldn't get it to run any faster. And we had to make like this weird tree thing where you start with like the edge function at the leftmost pixel, and then you compute the edge function in the middle pixel from that. And then you sort of split to go down as you like double the number of pixels that you have the edge function computed for. And then we do that for every single quad in the scene, and we just load them out of the block RAM. And what that means is that we can render any polygon or any quadrilateral anywhere on the screen in exactly 240 clock cycles, because there are 240 rows of pixels. Yeah, so it's pretty much a completely original rendering architecture. I wasn't able to fit the stuff that does like the transformation of the geometry from world space into camera space and the projection onto the screen in hardware. But it's still pretty fast without that. And the way that I have it set up right now, it's trying to render about 400 blocks. We could actually do a lot more than that if we had more memory. So that's actually about like 40, 50 blocks for every person who told me this wasn't worth doing or possible. So yes, it's quite a lot. And if I get it to run again here, our proof of that is in the debug square. So the way the debug square works is whenever the pixel is pink, that means that the rasterizer is in a waiting state, and it's not actually doing anything. It doesn't turn off.
Yeah, it's strange. The only time this has ever happened was during our demo, and now. So. Yeah.
There's probably a difference in the monitor.
Yeah. So you see the debug square right now is usually pink, so that means it's just waiting. And the way that works is we're just writing out a color that depends on the state that the rasterizer is in. So it has 3 states and a counter. I think the counter can just count through however many polygons we have. And there's a state that's called like dump left, dump right, and then run. And it stays in the run state whenever it's drawing anything. And it draws an entire row of the image all in one go. And because we have depth buffering, we only need to store a depth buffer for 1 row, because we render that row all at once, and then we can write all of the pixels into memory, and we don't need to store the depth buffer.
Yeah. Cool. Are the colors just randomized?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was actually kind of a big waste, because I used 16 bits per pixel instead of 8, and then we couldn't actually do any good art that uses all the colors. I just wasted like 100K of VRAM or something for that. And we can't use the keyboard because we didn't have enough memory left.
we didn't have enough like area.
Oh, on the.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we had enough area left, but there was no RAM left on the microblades for the drivers for the USB.
Cool. Yeah.
Any questions?
You make the art.
Huh?
You make the art.
ChatGPT did. All the backdrops are DALL-E generated. So yeah, these are we have 3 different maps you can do. We have a city map first. You can cycle through these right here. Western map we have next, and then a space map too. It's supposed to be like Rainbow Road. It doesn't really look like that. Let's just do the city map. And then you press enter. And then this takes us to this instructions screen. You can't really read it from back there probably, but it says dodge obstacles to score points, race until time runs out. It's got WASD controls. And then we have 3 difficulty modes, easy, medium, and hard. Up here, it'll show you your score. Right here, there's a 60-second timer, so you keep going until 60 seconds has gone by, and then I'll let you pick your difficulty and just play. So. Yeah, there's 8 different random objects that come out from the top of the screen at a set interval. The difficulty mode actually determines the interval that the objects come out on. So if you're hard, they come out really fast. Is this medium, it looks like? Yes. Yeah, so you stay on the road, they come up from the top here. All of the sprites have like the scaling built into them. So the higher up in the road they are, they're smaller. It's kind of like
Are you doing that in hardware?
yeah, the whole project is 100% hardware except for the keyboard. So I don't know, I don't like Vitus, so we did it all in hardware.
That's a cool animation.
But yeah, so it's basically like based on the Y component, there's a scale factor within each obstacle, and they get bigger. It's supposed to be like 2.5D graphics to make it look like you're actually driving down the road. And then there's 8 different obstacles that can all come out, all with 8 different unique paths. That's it's all randomized based on like the keyboard input to try and make it as random as possible. But yeah, so my partner scored 58 here. It's not very good, but yeah. So the other maps, the gameplay is the same. The biggest difference, other than the backdrop, is what comes off the side for the other maps. So we've got cactus here for the desert map. Yeah, this is a game. It's pretty fun. We stopped getting a lot done once we got the game done.
Yeah, what's like points are working?
The whole time. Yeah, it's
more fun to play than work.
It is a addicting, yeah. But I don't know. We think it's kind of too easy now. But if anybody wants to come try and play, we'll see.
Simple but fun.
Yeah.
Simple but very fun.
Yeah, that's the game. Yeah, you can try it out.
WAC?
Yeah. There's a little explosion that happens too whenever you hit in something. Everything turns off. So, yeah. This is hard on this side.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, you got it. I see you got good at it.
Oh.
He beat the game already. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, we'll do the space map here. That's my favorite one. That's the only. All the other ones use 16 colors, except for the space map uses 32. So that's the special one.
That's cool.
It's got a little more detail on the background there. That one has satellites that come to the side. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, same obstacles and everything.
That's
But yeah, that's
yeah.
it.
Cache ECE. That's basically cache royale with ECE elements.
Oh, I see.
Like this is pretty easy, you know.
So does that mean it's still bad?
Alright, yeah. It's still loading.
It's unnecessarily difficult.
Okay.
Oh, you have tons of, yeah, I forgot, you have tons of.
Yeah, I have 2 songs in the
DDR3.
Yeah, so it's still loading.
It's actual loading.
Yeah, it's downloading.
It takes around like a minute. To load all the songs.
Yeah, it usually takes about that long for DDR3 accesses.
We got a mouse to control
awesome.
the deployment of the units.
Wait, what's the game?
Flash ECE.
No, but like the base game.
It's based on like Clash Royale. Ooh, oh, that's cool.
Okay, so we have an AI here. This is equivalent to a giant. This is actually called nerd. This is a nerd. This archer I just deployed is called Orchid. And this is Angay and this is not gay. And we have an AI here. Let's just put a nerd here. Yeah, and we have a grade for how many towers you got. If you do not lose or win any towers, you'll get a grade of B. And if you lose 1 tower, you'll get C. And if you lose your 2 towers, you get
What's your music?
Oh, the music? I don't know like why it's not playing actually. Oh, actually,
It's just
there's actually like audio in here, but
Very quiet.
Turn it down. I don't think it is.
Is it very quiet?
Yeah, good. There you go.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. It was very quiet.
Oh, I just lost my power. Yeah,
Let's turn the speaker all the way up. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm happy with this game. By the way, the BGM is for Clowns versus Zombies. Yeah. Let me put it there for you. So that I can. Basically, the strategy for this game is like you outmaneuver the AI so that when he gets an archer, the AI will not have an archer to defend your archer on this stage too. you get the power. The AI is actually kind of powerful because it does not have elixir limits. It basically just have unlimited elixirs. So you have to get away to defeat it. Okay, here's the other song. This is the one we find at the dumb walls. And also the background kind of changes after we hit a minute. We're probably just losing the scene. The AI doesn't. Okay, I can put it there to get the power. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, and this is also me. Let's see if we can get the king power.
Is the king powers up?
Yeah. So we get our way back to sea. Can we get it? Wait.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wow.
That's,
Oh, wow.
oh, let's go! Okay, we got the our rating is tofu. If you do not get A+, you'll get some very bad ratings anyway. Like for C, it's capitulated. For D, it's disabled, by the way. Okay, I think that's it. Also, by the way, another feature is I can change the background music because if you really like the normal music, you just press this button to move to the other
Change
song.
to a different track.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Got the reset. Actually, I think the tutorial. Oh, I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. Yeah, now it's
There you go.
Yeah. There's sometimes the reset doesn't work, and also I think there's a bug with the DDR3 reset signal. At least like the tutorial you provided cannot reset DDR3 actually.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's the issue. So sometimes it just doesn't work.
Awesome.
Yeah, I believe that.
Anyone want to try it?
What do you do? Okay.
Probably you should lose your power, I guess.
I see. Yeah, it feels really good. Actually.
Wow.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, the nugget. The nugget is just a distraction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It does not have any damages.
It doesn't. Yeah. I see. Yeah.
Oh, I think you get it.
Yeah.
So Fu can't lose here.
Oh, that's a pretty good strategy. You should learn to like prevent them from deploying other units. Can you get it?
It kind of worked.
We'll see if he's better than his younger self.
I think you're getting it.
There we go. All right. Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Cool.
Game. Original graphics, original game. And so we have a start screen. Press enter key to begin.
That's not looking.
Oh.
No, it's okay. He was using a different slide. Or a mouse.
You have to rerun it.
Yeah. Maybe.
Pray that Vitus doesn't crash.
I guess okay.
Alright. Takes a little bit to.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
So it's WAV to move, and then we have an attack over there. You do a charging projectile if you hold P, and then you hit that.
Okay.
Alright, so it's a little bit hard to play at this angle. But, okay, that guy comes out towards me. So yeah, if you get hit by those things, you lose a heart. And also, if you hit the spikes over there to my left, you also just die. There was a star that I got that's filtered as collectibles. We have multiple levels.
Cool.
Okay. Let me just demonstrate dying. So,
Okay.
yeah.
There you go.
That guy, like, he goes towards you, hits you, and then he goes back so he doesn't like continue hitting you and killing you, and you lose a heart. Okay. There. Let's see if I can just next one.
Wow.
Oh, it's so hard playing in this angle.
Yeah.
Next level.
Oh wow.
Cool. See if I can like do the charge shot.
Oh wow.
It's fast.
Wow, that's super cool.
So let's see if I can do like a gear shot.
Oh wow.
And then like after this level, I made a boss level that's kind of really hard. I may or may not be able to beat it. But yeah, that's the final boss. You probably can't see it from really far away. Anybody see it?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. It's like dark. It's like dark blue. So
Unfortunate. It's a 128 by 128 sprite. With it has a ROM that's like 2048 lines long. Worked hard on it, but oh well. So yeah, if you go towards her, she like summons attacks.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Okay, I lost a life. Yeah. Well, there's her heart. Like,
wow.
Vulnerability. You have to like smack it around to actually do damage to her.
Oh wow.
Without getting hit by the
Really nice animations.
you can see the hair though. It looks great.
Yeah, I can see. Those are really good animations you got there.
Yeah, all custom animations. Well, it was like bit streaming. I had time to draw the graphics. Oh my god. Alright, let's. Oh, jeez. Looks like I got hit. Well, yeah, that's the gist of it. And then, like, if you believe in me, there's a end screen if you can beat the boss. But I don't know if I can, like, do it at this angle. The shots do the most damage to her.
Got it.
It's very hard to like actually get close to her because like I did.
Yeah. Oh wow.
As if you get too close to her, like she just smacks you.
Does that attack? Yeah.
She does the
Yeah,
the red
wow.
attack is what you want to watch out for. That's not bad. That's pretty bad.
Does the heart only appear at random?
It's kind of random. It's like a series of timers I lost track of.
Okay.
So it's it's basically random. But yeah, there's like a counter for how many attacks she does, and also like whether or not.
That's what the top left is.
What?
Where does the stars in the top left?
Oh, the top left. Those are just collectibles.
Oh, okay.
To keep track of how many gamer points you have. Yeah, I remember that. Oh jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Do you want to try it? You want to start from the first level? Or just like the reset button?
Yeah, just figure out the controls.
Yeah. Should I turn them off?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I can see it, but. Or can I move? Oh. Okay, yeah.
Alright.
And then what's attack?
You have to do this, which is probably not useful in this level.
Okay.
Like hit hold B and then hit.
Okay. So this is. Oh, okay. I see. That's just like short range and then the charge. Yep.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. If you get like within like. Oh, my computer turned off.
Okay. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that wiped the bit stream. But cool. Yeah. It looks really good.
But yeah, we have some other features implemented where like you essentially have two lives. The first time that you get hit by a attack, you have the chance to repair. And there's, I guess you'll see, but there's like a HUD that you can, that shows like the damages, and then there's also repair codes, which corresponds to the first 4 switches on the FPGA that you have to flip to repair. So it's kind of like a sort of little gimmick that we made. It's honestly, the game is almost hard enough where it's 2 players. You would have like the pilot and then a co-pilot handling the damages, and then having the co-pilot flip the switches. That's cool. But it is doable with 1 person if you are good enough at the game, I guess. Okay. There we go. Right.
Okay.
So what we have here is, this is like a just a sprite of like an A10
Yeah.
Warthog,
Okay.
aka Thunderbolt, and then background is
separately bound.
It is a scrolling background. Here, on the right side, we have the HUD, right? Right now, I actually have I got hit once, so I had an engine fire. And then what that does is it kills you after 5 seconds. Here we have like a top score named Top Gun, and then HUD 1 is the player current score. Down here, the error code, repair code, is what you have to flip onto the FPGA switches to like get the repairs. I just oh, and then also on the hex display on the FPGA, it will display dead. I know if you get hit, it says like always. If you're good, it just says good. Okay, let's try this. Right. Oh, the controls are WASD, and then J is to shoot your normal gun, and then K is like we have actually a sidewinder, like a missile that locks onto the tank. Oh, I forgot to explain the ground enemies. So you have a air target, air enemy that will come at you and they will try to collide with you. The tank, which is in the background that you can't collide with, will shoot a homing missile at you that will follow you around for a couple seconds. Okay. Let's see. So you start on the ocean, kind of. These are just debug sprites.
Okay.
These things up here to like really show
I see.
the collusion. We actually got the collusion to be really tight.
I
accidentally
see.
hit it.
Okay.
But if I type in the error, I'm now all good.
I see.
So I gotta evade dismissal real quick. But I want to show off this collusion that we got. It's super tight. You know, you could really fit into like kind of like the plane.
Okay, yeah.
That we got.
It's like 1 pixel.
It is, yeah. We just show that. You can see the score up there is also updating. The Space Missile is really chasing me. I can kill that. Here I can lock onto the ground enemy and kill that. It's really kind of like a simple little game. If I get hit here, I'll show off all the attacks that it does. So I get hit by that. I have a gun there right now where I can't shoot my normal gun, but I can shoot my missile.
Okay.
So to repair that, basically, you type in the error code. Oops, there we go. Let's see, if I get hit again, now I have an ordnance error, meaning I can't shoot any missiles, but I can shoot my gun. Then I think I repair that real quick. I should be able to get an engine error where I move extra slowly, and then the missile, I'm moving actually at the same speed as the missile, and then it catches up to it. While you have an error, and you get hit again, you will die, and then you have a top score there, and if I reset, the top score actually stays, and you can try to beat it. But yeah, that's essentially the game. That's cool. Would you like to try it?
What were the 2 buttons?
It's J.
It's been annoying.
That's what the volume control is for.
Oh. It's actually just for the so we have Missile Tetris. Here, Dan will start with the single. So I think he's better at it than me.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's doing really well, so we're actually gonna speed it up. He's doing a bit too well.
Can you move through live?
Yeah, so that's single player, and then just stage. So the final score would be high score. Yes. Now, then you get ready to get demolished in multiplayer.
Oh wow.
You guys can sit on the side too.
Oh,
yeah, that might be better.
Yeah, might be better for you guys to play. Wow.
And then when you clear a line,
Yeah,
it just
send
goes
it to
to
the-
the
yeah. Yep. How much time have you spent playing it?
Too much. We did a lot of research before we started playing.
That's gonna recover.
Yeah, and then we have.
And then what's AI?
Yeah, so this is the AI.
Oh. Wow.
So we had it running until we got about 8 point. It was like almost 9 million points. So essentially, we could go forever. And then if you like to see it fast, because I like speed.
So does the AI behave exactly the same every time?
No. What do you mean? Wait, say it again.
Because hypothetically, if you were completely optimizing this, right, it would do exactly the same moves every time.
Well, no, it's seated differently when you reset.
Like the
it.
blocks drop differently. Right.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Sure.
It's like the coolest screensaver. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen it fail?
No.
No.
So,
You ran it forever, like overnight.
So actually, the reason we added for the AI so we could pull the pieces.
Oh, okay. So it'll never fail.
Yeah, now it never fails. Before it would fail after like 200,000.
Yeah. So like it would fail like overnight.
Yeah.
Well, 200,000.
No, it's not. It would fail like 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So because we had like as a screensaver while we were working.
Nice.
Yeah, it goes forever. Yeah, it's already at 100.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Super cool.
That's escape.
Anyone wants to try it?
Yeah, is anyone else?
I do a game like I wanna, and here is how to play. We can use WASD to move the character, and use J to shoot. And this will be very useful when you will try to beat the boss. And K is flashing. If you pick up this item, you can flash. It can move move a distance, and it can go through a wall. And this item is speed up item. If you pick up this item, you can move faster. And this is triple jump item. Basically, you can do double jump, but if you pick up this item, you can do triple jump. And
check it out.
yeah, here is up. And yeah, here is our game. And this one is my character. And we need to go to this wall. Go to this zone. If you touch the zone, you will die. You can click enter to restart it, and that's compared +1. Okay, and we pick up the speed item, and you can.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Alright, let's see you go through that. What are you supposed to do there?
Okay.
Oh, you're supposed to land in the gap.
Actually, it's not that hard, but I don't know. Okay,
there you go.
And I
You have the
triple jump,
Okay,
and I can do triple jump. Yeah, and this is flash item. If I click K now, nothing happens. But if I click K and I can teleport. Yeah, I can fly through. And we move to the second stage. Did anyone want to play it?
What's the controls?
Okay. Yeah, you can use WASD. Yeah, and if you there's no flash, so you can just use it. You can press enter. Yeah. Oh, this is.
Do I still have it?
You can.
You gotta jump slower.
Yeah.
Jump slower. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there might be a cooldown period, which between jumps.
Maybe like running start.
You have gone here, like this.
Oh wow.
Oh, you can vault.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's a pretty interesting mechanic. Oh wow. There we go. What?
Oh, you actually can do this. You're gonna take relatively quick, so if you
Yeah, it's like you go. Yeah, it's like you gotta wait until the peak of the jump before you.
Yeah, we can use
There you
it
go.
to keep
You
it
almost had
faster
it.
and
Okay.
yeah, here's the reason. If you just if you like if you here's if you move to the top and you can create double jump, then you can move the yeah, like this.
On the same letter?
Sorry.
You do it. Show them. Alright, there you go. Okay. How do you avoid the trap?
I can.
Oh.
Okay.
You suffocate if you jump too high. I guess so.
Basically, I need to wait the ground and
Okay. I see.
Okay.
Can we try that
This
again?
stage is boss stage.
Oh wow.
And yeah, here's boss.
Oh wow.
I can shoot this. So it boss block will decrease and the dragon can breathe fire. If you try to fire, you will die. And we pick up the flash item and we shoot the boss. Oh, by the way, the upper one is the claw. If you if you touch the claw, you also die. And the claw will can track you. So
Kill the dragon.
I can't kill that. But I can touch it. So it's a tricky thing. Oh, by the way, we add the snow, and if the boss appears, the snow becomes black, but it's not that visible.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have room for 4 p.m. on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have final?
What?
You have final on here?
No, this is a grading meeting for us.
Oh, okay.
And with the boss,
Everyone's going to be here for only a couple minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, when the boss blood is below
Yeah, I think
20%,
the only thing is maybe.
you will go to the second phase. All the things will go faster and harder.
I think I actually have the other room still reserved.
So currently I have Super Mario downloaded up. It's running its demo right now. I mean, yeah, the game works.
Yeah.
You can jump, move around, and everything. It's the scoreboard. If I wanted to start. So if I wanted to play, just data jumps.
Huh? Oh, there's a
It's a Gameboy.
Yeah.
So
Powerups work. And yeah, so most of the work went into the PPU, which was basically interfacing the LCD controller with into the VGA. What's actually very peculiar is in the Game Boy, the LCD is actually controlled by the CPU, and all the pixels don't come out at a constant rate as like a VGA would read it. They have like a bunch of timings, and like whenever you have a sprite drawn, it has to like stop it for a second to like grab the data and then draw it onto the LCD. So I had to take this like asynchronous LCD driver part to into a frame buffer, which is taken by the VGA at a constant rate. I can actually load a different game.
Oh no, let me play this first.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see.
There's small.
What is WA? It's WAC.
It's the arrow keys, and then
it's arrow keys?
A and Z are A and B.
Okay.
Oh.
No, that's fine. What start?
It start is enter.
Start. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Feels as bad as Tomorrowland. Feels as bad as Super Mario Land always did, but that's not your fault.
Yeah. Because all these like the Goomba like intersecting with the pipe.
Yeah,
that was like.
Yeah, I mean this game always felt like a ROM hack of like a real game.
Yeah,
but
and then had to load up an emulator to check that.
Yeah, you're like.
Turns out it was
No,
expected behavior.
this is how this game works.
Yeah. There are like hidden pipes around the level.
Yeah, there's. I think this is a hidden pipe. No. Oh, that's the next one. Oh, it's like hard. This is like risky because you don't have the music. Yeah. Oh. Hold up. I want to see the bomb skin works. Oh, come on. Oh, this is so annoying. No, is it just like permanently? No. Alright, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So,
yeah.
And I can load in a different.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is like similar to changing the cartridge or the gameplay.
Oh, wow.
Kind of,
This is like on the switches. You can,
Oh, yeah,
you can-
yeah, the switches.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Logo.
Wow.
This is Galaga.
Okay.
It has this really cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like the background is fixed, but at every like scan line, you change the scroll, the horizontal scroll register, and then that's how you get that really cool scroll effect. You have to press enter.
Oh, right. And it's a Z and X?
A and Z.
Oh, it's A and Z.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a one-button game, isn't it? Yeah. So it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, it's a one-button game. How do I get captured?
If you get hit.
No. Hold on. Oh. No, I just died. How do you get captured? Do you know?
I'm not sure actually.
It's a specific enemy, right? Well, I can't get captured now because it's at one life. So.
Well, I haven't gotten that far. Yeah, because the enemies are. It's like pretty hard to hit them.
Yeah, I mean, you only have 2 bullets. That's great. Oh, okay. Alright, that's
and
cool.
I have one last one.
Okay, yeah.
Which is Tetris.
Oh wow, it just like actually worked.
Well, it's not safe.
Yeah.
It's safe memory to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's like not initializing the memory, but that's funny that it actually kind of worked.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah, level 0 is the slowest one.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. Yeah, so you don't have instant drop. Cool. Yeah, really nice.
I added some other features.
Okay.
I just played with.
Well, let's play like normal Galaga first. Yeah.
So then,
sure.
The,
nice.
the enemies. I know this one's recapture, but I didn't implement those.
Oh, okay.
I just did a basic like shooting enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing is, so I did it with a frame buffer, but then at first there was actually a bug in my frame buffer. Right now this is the fixed version, and but then with the bug, there's a pretty cool effect, and once you get it 50 points, you'll see the effect. So then you'll see actually it'll have like a little like shadow.
Oh, a shadow. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. How do you does anybody have? Is there a napkin? Can we wipe down the screen?
Unbelievably does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like someone tried to hit it with a chalk screen or chalk screener or something. I'll just go with that.
And then you have 3 lives. We can show the player vs player one. So yeah, another you can there's 2 players and you can like shoot each other. Yeah, it's a simple gameplay.
I see. Like a dogfight, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you get to 15 points, your bullet speed increases. When you get 30 points, your speed increases. Wait, yeah. And when you get 45 points, your bullet count increases. So like.
And hopefully, yeah, that's a little better.
That's a little better.
Cool. So you get like 50 points.
Okay. Yeah, and then you see the. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
2 player. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I'll play the other player.
Okay. So is this?
Is it this one? Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah. What's shoot?
Shoot is J.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's first to 50. Oh.
Yeah. 60.
60.
And so 15, when you get 15 bullet points, your bullet speed increases.
Oh, okay.
And when you get to 30, your movement speed increases. And when you get 45, your bullet count increases. And you can actually go across the
you can go across.
make it more like dynamic.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
So you can like dodge some bullets.
Oh, yeah. Showdown.
Yeah.
I like the like trail effect. Actually, it makes this mode a lot more playable. Makes it kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's my kind of project.
I like it. Thanks.
It has an 80 tile set, so the level is 16 by 300 basically. So you can kind of like load in any level if you want. There's these 2 enemies. There's this like big elephant enemy that just kind of walks back and forth, and then there's this enemy that faces the player. The background is scrolls differently than the foreground, which is pretty neat. And then there's collisions with these guys that kind of chase you.
Can you kill them ever?
No, you cannot. It's just gonna haunt you forever.
I like the animation, especially on the elephant. That's very cute. Jump on those.
If I remember correctly, I don't use C program.
Yeah, this is all hardware.
Oh, cool.
The keyboard is the one that's a software component. Everything else is hardware. Or hardware.
Could be some. Oh, nice. And you just get more and more of those flies.
Yeah. Just flying around. Try to get it to the end.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Don't worry, I recorded almost all of it. So.
Only demo today, actually.
Of course.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. I
really focused on the graphics. So the tile set is 16 different colors, and then the players and enemies is 8 different colors.
Okay, so they're like separate palettes.
Exactly. So each of it's a palette. So I was able to just use on-chip memory for the entire thing, just because it's able to compress so much. So